Now it's time for our topic of the week. You came up with the topic this week.
So it's not coughing.
No.
It's not bukkake. It's not ghost bukkake.
It's
Well, it
not
could
coughing.
be.
It's a ghost bukkake. It's just
So, yeah, this week's topic is our current most irrational fear.
lightning.
Yours is lightning. Go on.
Honestly, I have the biggest fear of lightning, and I have reasons for it too. I never had a fear of lightning.
Tell
I
us.
don't have a fear of lightning. I love lightning. I think it's beautiful. I have a fear of getting struck by lightning.
How long have you had this fear?
Here we go.
Lay down on the couch, young man.
Yes.
So here's the thing. So this was, I don't know when this was. This was 7th. It was when my
Mike Zeller
parents
was
split up.
My parents.
The first time. I don't think Ava was born yet. It might have been. Let's say 5th and 6th grade.
Okay.
We used to go to the summer camp to JCC, and we
Yeah.
lived close enough where we could walk. It was an annoying walk because it was literally uphill
Jesus
both
Christ,
ways.
Community camp? What is JCC?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jewish Community Center. We're not Jewish.
Oh,
We
I live
went
right
to-
near there.
Yeah,
I knew
dude,
I've seen that.
Yeah, exactly.
I went the opposite with that.
So it's
Jesus
literally
Christ. I did.
uphill both ways. It's
I
stupid.
don't understand how that's possible.
So here's the thing. Ready? Look at this. So here's our house.
Yeah.
Show the camera.
Here's our house.
Yes.
You go down the street and then you go up a hill
Yeah.
and then it's all flat. Then you go down the hill and then there's the thing. But then you
Yeah.
have to go back up the hill. So uphill both ways. It fucking sucked. And we would always walk to pick up my fucking siblings. So I think I was in sixth grade at the time.
Yeah.
And I remember there was this one day that it was like torrential out, thunderstorms, and I saw a lightning strike maybe like 8 miles off.
Yeah.
And I was outside and I was like, I'm going to die. and my mom like made me walk with her. And I've been literally like, I won't go outside. Like, I'll go
Really?
on a porch or something or in a car, but I won't
With
go
a roof.
outside.
Something with a
roof or
What
something.
about if you carry an umbrella? Something that
No,
doesn't
that
show
doesn't
light
that
through it.
doesn't count.
A wooden one.
Yeah, why the fuck would I be carrying a wooden umbrella?
It's like a mini roof. Then you'd be afraid. Then the next step
mini-
would be
Can I
to
leave?
remove. Then the next step would be to
Can I
remove that
leave?
wooden roof.
So that's my number one fear. And heights. I just have always had a problem with heights. So
Yeah.
Two things. One, as far as heights go, that I can't wait to have a virtual reality
Oh.
unit because
I'll freak out.
Because-
I'll have a panic attack.
I want to find a way to play that demo they were doing for the walk. Is
Yeah.
that what it was?
Something.
Yeah,
like
the
the,
walk.
the Asian dish that you cook food
No,
in.
no. The guy,
was a demo, huge one.
The guy who did the
The
tightrope
yeah.
walk between the twin towers.
Man on the Wire.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that movie.
And
What's
and there was a
Twin Towers?
there was a VR thing like simulation. where
What's
you-
Twin Towers?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you were so young.
Yeah, I was at least 3.
6, 7. Oh.
No, it was.
Oh, it was
2001.
13, 14.
So
yeah,
you were
a
like
lot older.
7 or 8. Yep.
Around.
Anyway,
Oh,
you were 7.
93.
So, so I want to do the simulation. I want to
The
try that.
9/11 simulator or the
Nope.
Man on the Wire?
Nope.
Yeah.
Man on Wire, like the tightrope walk up between the towers. Because I am so scared of heights, and I love like roller coaster rides. I like scary movies because they do scare me, and I want to do that because I think it'd be scary. As
See,
fuck.
that's a difference. I don't get scared. I have a panic attack. I get nervous. I get anxious. I get like worried.
So do I.
Yeah.
Except knowing that it's in the safety of virtual reality.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
curious to know what that would do. To
I
me.
would try it on
Oh,
there.
I can't stand it in real life.
Yeah,
I would
I
try
wanna-
it, but
I'd
I would
be
be
like,
I would be
"Ugh."
very like hesitant to try it.
But you can just take it off. Like, be like, this sucks. I'm taking it off.
Yeah,
I think they
Or
should
close
do-
your eye.
Right.
I think they should do
Both
a
of them.
VR game.
I had to
for,
be asked a little later.
Close one of them.
Payday, like a Payday type of VR game.
Yeah.
Like where it's
Robin
like
Banks.
where it's
Quick.
like Robin Banks.
Yeah,
but
that'd be
like
fun.
you know, you get shot, you're dead. You gotta restart the whole thing. Like that kind of shit. I like.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to say about what you were talking about was that
What was I talking about?
well, lightning.
Lightning.
So when I was living in Tennessee,
Yeah.
I remember it was my roommate. Her name it was Joy, and it was her birthday. It was Joy's birthday.
Happy birthday, Joy.
And her ex-boyfriend had
Yes.
sent her. Her ex-boyfriend had sent her. She's hot, right? Her ex-boyfriend had sent her a package for her birthday, but it was.
Hey, how
but it
about
was
this fucking package?
but she tracked it, and it wasn't getting delivered. It was being held at the post office instead. So she's like, "Come with me. It's my birthday." And I was like, "It's your birthday. I'll go with you." Right?
Throwing that card out.
So
Let's go.
So
Yeah.
we drove out there, and it went from being like the nicest day in the world, like bright fucking sunny and like beautiful, to like 2 minutes later being black skies,
That's Tennessee,
torrential
though.
downfall. Yeah, but so we park, and as we're parking in the post office parking lot, it's like whoosh, like the rain just comes.
I love
down.
that sound.
That's
I love
awesome.
that sound.
And there's thunder, there's lightning. It's insane. In the
You'd
second,
hate it. No, but you'd be in a car.
Yeah, I'd be in a car. I'd be
Yeah.
fine if I'm in a car.
But we have
Yeah.
to get into the post office.
No, I wouldn't
wait.
move. I would stay in the car.
And
And it's
fucking
like,
wait.
and it's one of those things where it's like it's
Unless you
lightning
had you
and
with an
thundering
umbrella.
at the same
What the fuck would I have
time.
with an umbrella?
It's lightning and thundering at the same time. Like there's no delay between the two.
So the storm's above you.
It's we are directly under it.
Yeah.
And,
Perfect.
and
Storm,
I'm like,
yeah.
and I'm like, do we? Is it safe to like go? It's only like 20 feet. Like this.
That's
sucks.
when you park as close to the building as humanly
Right.
possible.
Are there cars there, right?
Sucks.
So like okay,
Nail
let's
'em
just
out of the
go and run, right? And we get out of the car, and the second we close the doors, like lightning strikes down, like literally a foot away from us, and like even pavement like cracks up and
Jesus
stuff.
Christ.
And we're shit, and we just run into the post office, and we hear another crash behind us. And as soon as we
following
get in,
you.
Yeah,
as
right.
soon as we get in, we see all these people lined up at the front window of the post office, and they're all staring out, watching us run through the parking lot. Now,
You're all bare ass, burnt, streak down behind, don't even know it, and they're like, woo, and smoke.
We thought we were being paranoid. Like, there's no way it was that close. And we got in, and one guy was like, "You almost didn't make it, did you?" And we're like, "Shit, was it that bad?" He's like, "Yeah,
Wow.
like you almost got hit twice."
Oh.
Wow.
So, and we actually waited out the storm in the post office for like an hour with all these other people because we were scared to go back to the car. so legit fear also of lightning. 'Cause
Wow.
yeah,
Damn, but
Yeah.
see, no, you didn't get hit.
we didn't, but it was so close. I can't believe.
But you
we
might
didn't.
be still safe. That's like when you find some money and it's a little larger than what you normally would find on the ground somewhere.
like a 20 somewhere or something.
Maybe even more. Like you find a couple hundred. You know, all right, this is awesome. I just found a lot of money. I'm never gonna find money again.
Okay.
That
Oh,
happened
like-
to me. That's why
I got you.
I've never found money before nor after. Maybe $1, $2.
Yeah.
Nothing to write home
I
about.
found a 20 one time.
Nice.
That was exciting.
I found
That is
30,000
exciting.
in a briefcase with the hand, just the hand attached to it. It was the weirdest
They'll
fucking
find
thing.
you.
It was the weirdest thing.
Yeah. And
Just
they'd have a
the hand.
big fucking tattoo on the hand.
Dude, it was fucking insane. It was like handcuffed. It was just a hand.
So if anyone's looking for $30,000 or a hand,
Well, it's gone now.
yeah,
Yeah. You, as you can see, he's got the hole in his shirt.
Jalapeno doubles.
Yeah. All day.
30,000 of them apparently. I don't know why that was the first thing that go to my mind.
Jeremy, what are you scared of?
So maybe my irrational fear is way more irrational because it's stupid as fuck, and I have no.
I'm excited to hear this.
It's
I already
a-
have something going in my head. I
No,
don't want
I-
to say because it's rude.
No, it's
all
only
people.
been a couple of months that I've had this fear,
Scared of the whole world.
and I don't know why. But I've had a fear of,
Red Skittles.
I'm not gonna say what I do like work wise, but I'm just
The
saying,
best ones.
Wait,
Wait, why so secretive about your job?
Well, because I don't, know.
Okay.
But anyways,
Sure.
there's a lot of money at stake, if you will, or being discussed, and I'm to be proper, and I've always had. That's why I cut loose here, believe me.
Fear of.
A fear of all of a sudden me just sitting here talking to the person and listening to them talk, and then all of a sudden and puke, all just coming right out of my fucking mouth.
You're
That
worried
is
that you're
irrational fear.
randomly just going to puke.
Puke. I've had it here too, where I'm like, oh my god, what happens if I just all over his fucking thing here? And I've had this thought where this fear, like I'm gonna puke spontaneously in front of this person right now, and it makes no sense. I've never experienced it. I don't get like all of a sudden like a feeling like I'm gonna throw up. It just is stupid, and it'll be in my mind, and I'm like, fuck.
So even when you have the fear, like when you're conscious of it, when you're talking to somebody, like your stomach feels fine?
Yeah, my stomach will feel fine.
Wow.
But the thought still comes into my head like it's a fear. But then me being stupid and the way my brain works, of course I start, wouldn't it be funny if right now I just spontaneously puke? And I start running with that. So sometimes it'll come up in a situation where like, don't fucking puke right now. Don't puke. And then there'll be other situations
I
where
like how
I'll
you
be
have to like psych yourself up. Like, don't you dare puke.
yeah, don't you do it, yo.
Even
Get
though
a
it's
candy
never
bar.
happened.
Get a candy bar?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't eat a candy bar. I don't really eat
I don't
candy
think that'd be
bars.
bad after throwing up. You need like ginger ale,
Right.
orange
bitters.
slices, bitters. Yeah. fucking
Why
hate
did
bitters.
your mother, whenever you, here's the thing.
This is a thing.
So, do you guys feel it's okay
Yes.
to re-wear
Always.
underwear if it's only been worn for like an hour or two, and then you take it off and don't wear it for a little bit of time?
Yeah.
I think it's acceptable to wear underwear that's only been worn a full day that you didn't sweat.
And then re-wear it,
Oh, sure.
even if you've.
I mean, if
If it's like a super chill day and you're just chilling inside all day doing nothing, then it doesn't really matter. But like it'll be
Alright.
like one day.
Because I get.
I like
yeah.
hooked to my shirt and I was like,
Just because I showered, I put my fucking underoos on, I come here, and then I get home.
Whoa. Wait, hold on. Tidy whities?
I do tidy whities at
See,
times.
I might have to reconsider.
I haven't done a tidy whitey since at least never.
Boxer briefs, I just feel like I'm too...
Boxer briefs are great.
Boxer briefs are great.
Like-
And that's what I'm talking about. I think
I don't
tidy
know.
whities...
I'm like too, like,
When is
8
it
or 9
boggers?
o'clock, you know what I mean?
I don't understand. Is that a dick reference? I don't
It's a
understand.
penis, yeah. I'm...
It's a penis.
So if you're looking at me, it's a 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's to the right. I'm a righty.
Now, does it just go that way naturally, or is that just the place that you've decided is most comfortable?
It has been my whole life, and I guess it could naturally
I feel
just
like we should save this for another topic.
flaps that way.
Yeah, we gotta say it's
All right.
a completely different word you should have used, but we'll slide with it. So what's your irrational fear? Boxer briefs?
What?
Vomiting.
Vomiting, boxer
Vomiting
briefs,
for no reason.
and sliding to the left.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, yeah, because I'm naturally to the right.
Penis.
Yeah.
Well, that would just be uncomfortable.
I've never worried.
You've
that
never
I'm
just
gonna
been
throw
like,
up.
you've never done the flip?
Well, yeah, you make it bang. Whoa.
Not like
That was
that.
my
but-
penis.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It'd be like a whale. You guys be like,
Oh,
whoa.
my God.
Yeah, right? Did it just eat shrimp?
Did Free Willy just jump over us?
For 5
See,
cents a
Free
day,
Willy.
you can save this poor child.
Yeah.
Sarah McLachlan
And his
comes
whale
out.
cock. You know? Just standing there like hungry. The big ass penis.
Can I go now?
Yeah.
You
So
guys,
that's
you guys aren't going to believe me when I tell you what my fear is.
What?
I've had this fear for a very long time. I've had this fear since I was old enough to realize I could have a fear of this magnitude.
Licking a vagina.
Nope.
No.
That's a totally different topic.
For another day.
Yep. So my fear is that I'm mentally challenged.
Okay.
Like,
What kind
actually-
of, like
No.
Down syndrome?
Yeah, something.
Like, I can assure you don't have Down syndrome.
my
But when we leave,
No.
what if he's like, I just hate...
no
you
my,
know?
my fear is no.
It turns on.
Yeah.
My fear is, and this is really all my parents' fault, but we'll get there.
Oh.
I love my parents, but no, it's I've always feared that, like, because when we went to school, like when we were all younger,
Yeah.
there was always that kid that was like really didn't belong in the class, like
Scoliosis?
no,
Slightly different.
That's back thing, right?
Smell like pee sometimes, that kind of
It's
thing.
like you had there's always a retarded kid. in
Not
the
trying to
class,
be mean.
right?
But, you know.
Yeah.
Right, and I say retarded because that's what we used to say when we were in 6th grade, but mentally challenged, right?
Yeah.
And-
Retarded the wrong word?
yeah, mentally
Apparently,
challenged.
yeah, it's changed.
Yep.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to call, like, midgets?
Small
Midgets.
people.
I just
Oh,
call
little
them
people.
half a person.
Little people. That's small people.
Half a person.
Yeah,
Half a
you're
person.
almost there, buddy.
Half baked.
A
No,
little
that's
bit
something
in there.
different, I guess.
So okay, so the fear is, and hang with me here,
Have you
right?
told us it yet?
that I'm
Yeah.
mentally challenged.
Oh, yeah.
Mentally
right.
challenged.
In that everyone treats me normally, because my parents
Yeah.
have called ahead
Yeah.
and been like, listen, there's going to be a special kid in your class,
Yeah.
like treat him normal.
That's actually what happened when I started working. Your parents called me and were like, treat him nice.
And that's my fear, right? Is that maybe there's something wrong with me, something awful that was like very obvious to everyone but me.
Yeah.
And my parents have my whole life protected me from it and said, when he starts working, just pretend like he's really good at his job. Pretend
yeah.
like always give him a pat on the back and say, "Hey, it's time for a raise. You're doing a great job." But I'm really just the greeter at Walmart, right?
the whole time.
The whole
Hand
time.
that stickers out.
And it's and I think it's sort of it stems. I think it stems from, like, I remember my mom growing up. Every like once a year or so, we'd be watching some TV show, and she'd be like, "What if I told you you were adopted?" And I'm like, "Are you hiding something from me?"
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, I'm just curious. Like, what if you and your brother, we just told you one day you were adopted? What would you react? Would you like go try to find your real parents, or would you be like, oh, these are the people who raised me?" And I'm like,
That's something that an adoptee parent would
That's
say.
how they
Right?
start that. And then 3 years later tell you.
Yeah.
You know?
And so in like it would
Next
come up-
birthday, they'll be like, "Happy birthday, Brian. You're not ours."
I swear to you, it would come up in conversation like once a year for like a decade.
Oh, my God.
And
Tell
I-
her it's
and-
okay.
So I started
now.
getting real paranoid, and I was like, "No, I look like my mom. Everybody I've ever seen, like when I was a little kid, everyone always said that. Oh, he must be yours. You look just like him." And I started thinking, what if she called ahead? What if she called ahead and said, "Hey, pretend like he's my
really
kid.
look alike."
Tell him we look alike."
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, well, wait. What if there's bigger problems? What if this phone call had more to it?
Yeah.
What if I'm fucking mentally challenged?
Yeah.
That's a stretch. Although, that's a stretch.
I still think about it to this day. Like I'm 36 years old, and I'm still concerned on occasion
Yeah.
that I'm mentally challenged and my parents are overprotective.
I don't think that's a thing.
It ended when I was a kid, but I used to similar think that, but I was a robot. My parents would come in and give me oil when I slept.
Are you Vicky? Small
Yeah,
Wonder?
Vicky, Small Wonder.
That's really weird.
Remember
See,
that
I always
show?
Thought, I always
He
thought I
definitely
was.
does not
No,
remember
she
No,
Small
I don't
Wonder.
know.
She
I always
slept in
thought
the
I was
closet.
dead.
Hello,
and I'm just
Jamie.
dreaming.
Okay. That's a little more
Oh yeah,
existential.
that can be real. Like this is all just happening within a split second of the fact that you're just laying on the side of the road, hit by a car or something.
Right now, this is part of your life that you're
Oh, yeah.
remembering in that flash.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Do we ever get famous?
Sounds more.
You wouldn't know
Do
yet.
people
I
ever
don't know.
start watching?
One of these days.
Yeah, no, not going to happen.
No.
This is the Midnight Game.
That was the topic of the week.